Alright guys, so I'm doing a ratings video here, just with the way that I do my own ratings and just showing you so you can follow along and learn yourselves. Just primarily going to do the flat races, and obviously I've rated loads of races up to this point anyway, so just going to get in here, and as I'm going along I will try and explain to you. So obviously here we've got the Kempton race. I click on my ratings. This is on Racing Post. You may need an account. I believe you do. I think it's about £40 a month, but it's good for creating your own ratings. So we've got the 145 here, £1.5 over the 1 mile 4, which isn't too bad. Obviously I just like to look here, so 65, 66. I like to basically give an opinion as to what I feel the horse has run to, so just have a little play around to what I feel works quite nice. That looks a little bit high, maybe 63, 66 looks quite nice. 57, 53, I'm quite happy with that rating. Press save. You can always go one step further forward. Haku, look at that, perfect. 65, 66, beating a neck. Goes on to win. 66, really good rating now. 59, 59. I know I've got that race perfectly done. Next race. Okay, so I've got 0 to 65. I won't speak all the way through this, but you can get the idea. So like I say, I'm looking here. Okay, go back to the 4th horse, beaten 4 lengths, 63. Not really wanting that much more than a 58. 63 gives it £1, about the same. I'd probably say £1 more because they have won quite nicely. 59, 57 looks about right. Clicking into the horse. Okay, so it's stepped off a lovely base there. Fantastic. I like to give a step £5 or 5 points, whichever way you want to call it. Lovely base, goes and wins at 13 to 2. That's nice. On to the next race. We're just going to go for a multitude of races so you can see how I do it. But obviously I spend a bit of time doing this every single day, going back through the races. So that's probably maybe £1 more. Looks about right. Save. To the next. So these are from, as you can see, the 28th of November. I've just got a few days to catch up on, so I thought I'd just quickly do that all of last week. But the brilliant thing about creating your own ratings, especially on the all-weather, is you can get quite accurate. Okay, this is interesting. So we've got a novice, and you'll see these. I'm interested in rating the novice races if the horses that have got official ratings are higher up in the finishing position. So obviously here, Racing Post rating, rate that at 91, which is probably quite a bit. Let's just go to my ratings. I think that's you look down to here, beating 6.5. Galaxy Gazer's just been beaten by 1 horse. Obviously very good. I'd be happy to give that. It's probably ran to its rating there. It's been beaten by a nicer horse. This is well beaten. Save. I actually might even stick this horse into my track horse. Looks quite nice. Look at that, 74.81. Roger Varian. Could be a little bit more to come. On to the next race. Again, like here, see there's no ratings. I just kind of leave them. It's a bit annoying because I would like to rate them, but at this current moment, I'm not rating them. And you don't have to bet on every race anyway, so you can just leave those races until they get a bit more form in the book. Looks about right. Let's have a quick look. Big step up in improvement. but well beaten here. Class 3, did win in a Class 4 novice. Only time will tell whether that's the correct one. Nap hand. Perfect. 80-81. See, with the more times that you do this and you do your own racing, suddenly you actually get quite good and you know what looks about the right number anyway. I don't like horses going too big. You know, if they go too big, then it becomes a bit dispersed. That's why I think racing post ratings are good in certain situations, but again, can end up going too big. Yeah, here, this is probably a little bit 109 maybe, 101, 100, could even be a 110. Let's have a look. These all look to line up quite nice now. The Wizard of I did have the 115 in there, so there's no reason why not. 109. That's just ran a big race. I actually really like Cash, which was beaten by Westover. Let me just get that. Obviously it's fallen right off since that, but first run back, maybe it didn't get the distance or the going. So is this it? I think this could be the last race. One more race. Okay, so 66. That's probably about right. So a quick look. Maybe a point high. Nah, I'm happy with that. So double check, that's the last race. Okay, perfect. Go down Wolverhampton. Again, my ratings. Very tight bunch field. They're all ran give or take to their rating. That looks about right. Save. Well beaten. Now, just to give you a bit of context on the pounds per length, so the shorter the race and the bigger the margin, the better the horse. The longer the race, even if it's a big margin, doesn't necessarily mean all of that, because you've got pounds per length. It's an old way of doing things, but I think with the UK racing, it's still miles behind like Hong Kong and places like that. There's still a massive edge here. And just learning to get good ratings, you're never going to go too far wrong. Did shit in there. I haven't rated every single race, that's the only thing. That's probably about right. It stepped off that win. Let's have a look here. Round. Looks good. Save. Now, as you can imagine, I've rated hundreds of thousands of races, so especially when I work for my old company, so you get a good idea pretty quick as to the inherent abilities of a horse. Obviously here 1.3 pounds, 1 mile 6. Give it a pound for the win. It's probably about right. Spot on. 0 to 60, not losing sleep over these races. Okay, so Alawi. See there, beating a length drops down £2. To me, that's probably quite a bit. I'd probably just have that 72, give that the 78, £3. Yeah, 6 furlongs shorter race. Yeah, that looks quite good. 70, 75, maybe a little wide. Could maybe sometimes I do look here, slight indication. Maybe just give it one more. It's one quite nice off top weight. It's probably quite a good little thing, this. So yeah, improvement. It's gone on off the 76, 79. Fair enough, no problems with that. Rattling. I'd already rated that race 72. beating a length. Perfect. Maybe that's slightly wide, but that's fine. Dora Penny. Okay, officially rated 86. Probably just ran to 87 there. 73 lines up. 8 stone 4. You just got to be careful of the lower weights. I don't like to push them too much because they end up just becoming a bit of a falseness in it all. Obviously, the lower the weighted horse in a race, the less good it is compared to the higher weighted ones. So here's just a maiden. A really bad races. Also, the lower rated races, I don't like to boost at all because these horses are just so bad compared to what we have as options to find form for. So, just done a couple of races there. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm obviously going to go through a load more and quickly rate them all. And I'm going to do more videos like this so you can see how I'm doing my ratings. And this is why we really nail it on the all-weather, for example, but also on the turf. So click the link below and you'll be able to join my free group, and we'll find some more winners in there. Cheers.